I'm gonna tell you this story that happened to me. I don't remember if it was like 1 year ago, 2 years ago, but pretty much that's the timing that happened. So I was working at the place where I'm currently employed at, and at the time I was working at the reception. Now I'm doing something different, but at the time I was working at the reception. And one day I was doing what I was supposed to do, and a client came up to me and told me that somebody was looking for an employee. It was mostly an online job, and they were looking for someone, and this client thought of me. I don't know. I have no idea why. It just happened. And so he gave me his contact information to put me in contact with the other one that was hiring. And what happened was that I sent this person my resume so that he could let the other guy have it. And then I didn't hear anything for months. So at one point, I thought that everything just didn't work out. What happened was that after months of not hearing anything, I happened to be contacted by Jesus. After months of not hearing anything, I got contacted and they scheduled a meeting with me. They scheduled an online interview with me. So we had that interview, I got picked, I got selected, and the fun thing about this is that it was not a job I was looking for, but literally it happened to me. And the best part is that this company was a sort of startup. I got hired, like I got legally hired. I had sent in all of the documents. They hired me. We had a contract. I signed a contract, and what happened was that this company already had a history in another country, but it was brand new in my country. Takeover. All of this is to say that I basically got paid for an online job that I've never worked at. Actually, what happened was this company never took off. Never took off. But I was still hired to work at that company. So I got paid almost like 1 year without doing any sort of job. I think it was like 9 months. It was not a full year, but I started in March, and then they decided to. And actually, like I had contract with that agency, and they still renewed me. They renewed me twice, even though there was no work, because they were expecting it. They were expecting that business to take off. So I got renewed twice, and then the third time I did not get renewed because they saw that the business was not going anywhere. So eventually that's what happened. So the key here is, what I wanted to say is that I basically got hired for a job and I got paid for it without doing any actual sort of work. I've heard this thing where, like, there are soccer players that never do their job, in the sense that there are players that sit on the bench just as like extra support if it's needed, but they never play and they still get paid for it. They get paid a lot of money for that. So there are jobs out there that apparently you do not need to work at, but they still pay you. It's just like a matter of perspective. I was not manifesting this thing consciously, in the sense that it literally happened to me, but I was open to opportunities coming my way. And actually, working at a reception can really bring you in contact with like a lot of different people, and there can be opportunities. So you can interpretate anything as an opportunity, even when you go out on a walk, even when you interact with someone that you never interacted with. I constantly see opportunities out there. And sometimes no, I'm not gonna talk. You see that? You see that? I was about to say that I constantly need to remind myself that I am that person, that I need to remind myself that I see opportunities everywhere I am because I used to be that way. No. I'm stopping myself right there and I'm telling that this is already who I am. I don't chase opportunities, opportunities come to me. I don't need to struggle, I don't need to lift a finger. Things just come to me because of my energy. Jobs love to pay me even without me doing anything. And mind you, I would have loved actually to do the work that I was paid for. I would have loved it because I've seen an opportunity there and I would have loved to do that job, you know? It was interesting to me. It was something that could have brought me somewhere. It was a job where I could actually be in contact with influential people. I could have benefited from it. It is pleasant to get paid without you doing anything, but at the same time, I see the potential of that job. So I stopped myself exactly when I was about to say that I need to go back to the mindset that I had when I manifested this job like 1 or 2 years ago, you know. But no, I am already that person. I mean, I am the one that manifested that. And you know what? I will add something to this. Like, when I first learned about the law of attraction, yes, when it was called law of attraction, I was able to learn from that and I actually manifested things from that because I interpreted it in the right way. And so when I first learned about it, I could actually see things moving so fast. And then as I experimented with it, I kind of lost that spark. I kind of lost that thing that made everything work out for me. So I kind of connected myself to that version of me that I was back then because I was that person. That person is no different from me. I was that person that was able to manifest things so fast. So it's not about situations, it's not about circumstances, it's not about what is happening. Like there is no reason why I was manifesting things fast back then and now I am not able to. You see, there's no difference between the person that I was and the person that I am right now. So I started to tell myself that I was always a good manifester. I was always good at manifesting because I really was. And even if it's not, even if you don't have anything to grasp yourself onto, you can still change things and start right now to tell you if it's possible. Tell yourself that if it's possible for others, it's possible for you too. I gained so much comfort and so much support from reading about other people's manifestation stories, you know? So you can ease yourself into making manifestation your new lifestyle. I'm now in the phase where I tell myself that I was always good at manifesting. I was always good at manifesting. And I've also, like this morning, I woke up and it was quite early. So I decided that I would pick up a habit that I used to have in the past whenever I was manifesting hella fast, which is doing guided meditations. Guided meditations to me are so useful because I am focused when I listen to guided meditations, because my focus is all on that, because I know that that is everything that I need to do to actually get results. So I focus on that. And when I have my mind that is chattering, I bring myself back to that place of stillness where I am listening with my whole being and I'm actually experiencing what I am hearing. From now on, I will adopt this technique that always worked for me of listening to guided meditations and actually connecting to myself. No mind chattering. What I really find useful for me is completely disregarding that mind chattering and actually tuning in to that sort of visualization or guided meditation until it is so real in my mind that as a consequence my body reacts by creating sensations. When I am into that mind scene so much that my body reacts to that, and that is how I know that I'm doing things correctly.